Okay, so yesterday I was talking to somebody that I follow on here, and I was getting a reading. Um, I have abandonment wounds from childhood, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to tell my story a little bit because it might help you. And as we tell our stories, it helps other people. So, which is my intention here. As I had trauma growing up with my parents, abandonment wounds that have led me into self-abandonment, which I didn't realize. I had She told me about it a long time ago. I had felt it a long time ago. Um, I felt it growing up always. Like that's how it felt. It felt very like ostracized from my family because I'm gay, but also because of that wound that was unhealed. So it made me feel very like standoffish towards people. I felt I would cling to people. That is an abandonment wound. It makes you feel. It makes you feel like people are gonna leave you. You feel panic, despair when people pull away from you, cancel plans, or their tone changes. You feel unimportant, replaceable, or disposable. It kind of makes you feel rejected. It's just rejection. Like you feel like everybody's going to leave you. So you cling to people. You overshare. You overgive. You have difficulty trusting consistency, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Attraction to emotionally unavailable or inconsistent people. You see that something's wrong with them too, and you want them to. It's almost like you want to work it out. To me, it was always like, I want to work it out, but I don't know how. You stay too long in unhealthy dynamics to avoid being alone, feeling more bonded to people who pull away than those who stay. Behavior signs include people pleasing at your own expense, like you just want them to be okay and you're not ever. You have difficulty setting boundaries or swinging to rigid walls, checking your phones repeatedly, monitoring responses, over explaining, apologizing unnecessarily, avoiding vulnerability to prevent future hurt. Your nervous system, you are in a constant fight or flight. When someone distances themselves, you're just like, what's going on? What's going on? And you spiral. Tight chest, nausea, disassociation after rejection, emotional spirals that feel disproportionate to the situation. Like everything's a big trauma. Like everything's a big deal. Just like a, like it's just so much. Especially if you have like anxiety and depression that lights a fire on it. You need reassurance to calm your body, not just your mind. Inner dialogue clues. Everyone leaves eventually. If they really knew me, they'd go. I have to earn love. I'm too much, not enough. These thoughts feel like acts, not opinions. That's a hallmark of an abandonment wound. Self-abandonment behaviors, ignoring your own needs to preserve the connection. Maybe you self-sacrifice. You sacrifice yourself, your happiness, your 404, I just seen that, your stability, your money, everything, your time for other people. You stay silent about hurt to keep the peace. You don't vocalize or say anything about how it's bothering you. Basing self-worth on how others treat you, prioritizing others' comfort over your safety. And healing these signs is really just healing your abandonment wounds. And ways to do that is the opposite of that. It's his healing self-abandonment. And so yesterday she was pointing out to me just like how I've been like working on that subconsciously. I all of a sudden wanted to shift my focus onto eating healthy, eating clean. I got a meal plan. That was the very first step. Then I got a trainer again for the 4th time in my lifetime. And I really put my focus on this. And healing that was healing that abandonment wound. It is it's almost like now when I look at rejection, it's just like, it might hurt a little bit. That's comparison. But I look at it differently. Like, there was this guy that I wanted to mingle with, and he kind of like, we mingled for a minute, and then he went to somebody else, and at first it was like, okay, whatever. Like, but a long time ago, I'm seeing, like, especially in the gay community, we like, or even just in general, I'm seeing this video of this guy where he was just like, oh my god, I'm so ugly. Like, you just tell yourself that things, and you have to remember you're talking to your inner child. So there's a child inside of us, little boy, little girl, and deep down inside, that hears everything that you say about yourself, and you have to reassure that child. That's parenting it. So you heal self-abandonment by stop betraying yourself, stop betraying your body. You eat, rest, sleep, move in ways that support you, not to earn worth. You do it for your own self healing. You do it for yourself. You listen to pain, fatigue, hunger, and emotional cues instead of overriding them. I'm tired, I'll walk today, instead of forcing intensity. That's self-loyalty. So you kind of mitigate all of that. You choose healthier options. You honor your emotions instead of suppressing them. You let sadness, anger, disappointment exist without shaming yourself. You don't rush to fix feelings to make others feel comfortable. This hurts. I don't need to explain it away. So you stop chasing people who pull away. Distance becomes information, not a threat. You no longer contort yourself to regain attention. This is a huge marker of healing. So you tell the truth earlier. Self-abandonment says, if I say this, I'll lose them. Healing says, if I don't say this, I lose me. And you are more important than anybody else. You stop using suffering as proof of love. You no longer believe that endurance equals devotion. You don't stay where you are tolerated instead of cherished. Your self-talk changes tone. You less of what's wrong with me and more of what do I need to do right now. Asking the right questions, I just heard that. So that's what she was talking about yesterday. That shift alone regulates your nervous system.